But the moral of the story here, guys, is what I'm beginning to learn is you have a lot more power than you believe. In fact, the only reason you're no longer getting this guidance, maybe from your family or your friends or whoever, right? It can be tangible people, it can be more of a spiritual thing for you, is because you don't need them. You're good. The teacher leaves. And alright guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another video on the Self-Developed YouTube channel. You beautiful people, you know what's up. Comment below where you're from, what time is it, and hashtag Self-Developed Army. So guys, in this video, I believe I titled it, and some of you guys comment, yo, why does this guy always say I believe I titled it? It's an inside joke at this point. I started saying it when I first created the channel, and I kind of carry it now. It's like a tradition, but I honestly don't know 100% what I title these videos. With that, we're speaking of one thing I wish I learned a lot younger in my life. You know, I wish I learned this 5-6 years ago, and I feel I'm only beginning to truly understand it almost at 24 as of late. And this, guys, is that you do not need to be 100% ready to move forwards. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, David, no shit, come on, you know that. You've told us this before, you're 100% right. But when I say this, guys, let me give you a bit of context, a bit of backstory. Now, I would consider myself to be an action taker. I think a lot of you guys are action takers. We move in the face of adversity, or we move in the face of maybe what's not always the most popular thing to do, and we do so with courage. Like, we do so because we believe in it, we enjoy it, do you understand? But what I've noticed, especially as of late, and I believe this is a real thing in the Hero's Call to Adventure, and this is something you guys are going to go through. In the beginning, there's something called beginner's luck, okay? This is universal guidance, you could say. So when you're first starting that YouTube channel, or maybe going through that first breakup, or whatever it is, a lot of times you will have assistance, right? You can call this from God, from the universe, maybe from friends, right? From mentors. A lot of times people just appear in your life and things, there'll always be aid, right? But you see, what I've noticed, guys, is as you get further along in your journey, you know, I've been in deep in my Hero's Call to Adventure for almost like 8 years now, okay? And it gets deeper and deeper as you go, right? I'm actually watching an anime right now which describes this beautifully. It's called Demon Slayer. I think a lot of you guys watch it too. I have tons of you on Instagram commenting back. And in this anime, okay, I'm not a huge anime guy, this is like my first one, he has to face all these demons. I'm not going to ruin anything, but he has to slay all these demons. And at the very end, there's this boss demon, okay? Now, I'm not there yet, but each demon he faces, it gets harder. Do you understand? He gets less guidance. The things that naturally were easy, he could kind of pick up on, right? Using his senses, his abilities, begin to dwindle. They get numb. He's like, yo, I'm not used to this. Like, where's that beginner's luck that I first had? And that's what I've really noticed as of late in my Hero's Call to Adventure. You see, I'm not going to go into depth, but this condo was such a beautiful, tumultuous experience for myself in my Hero's Call to Adventure, where I just strengthen all these virtues. And the hardest part with that a lot of times is I felt I lacked this guidance. I felt that I wasn't used to this. Do you understand? Like, this is not something I have ever done before. And even when I was building up my businesses, my YouTube channels, I noticed more of this beginner's luck, you could say, more of this universal guidance, where now the challenges I'm in, it's like, where the fuck did you guys go? I'm by myself, it feels like. And because of that, I'm wondering, like, is this the right move? You know, maybe I shouldn't do it. There's a lot more ambivalence. There's a lot more fear, because beforehand, it's almost like you had a coach backing you up. Like, yeah, man, like, that's the right move. Or, you know, do this or don't do this, listening to your gut. Where now the coach seems like he's nowhere to be found. So it's definitely a bit trickier. But what I've come to notice, and lately I read this Instagram quote, it went, I might bash it, but remember, when you're taking, it's going to sound a bit cheesy. Remember, when you're taking the final test, the teacher is no longer present, right? I mean, when you're studying before the test, you have the teacher, you can call him in at any time, hey, you know, can you explain this, boom. But when you're writing the test, zip. You can't say shit. He cannot help you. A good teacher cannot help you. It's all on you. What do you really know? What can you really do? And that's where I believe all of us are headed. That's where I believe true power is. And this is what I'm really, for the first time, beginning to cultivate, this inner strength void of this guidance. And I believe you get to this point when you are strong enough that you no longer need that guidance, right? In the anime Demon Slayer, the main character, Tanjiro, right? That's his name. He used to have a mentor, and he trained him for years. The mentor's no longer with him anymore. Tanjiro really has to find out what he's capable of in that moment, right? And he does, every single time, right? I'm not at the end, so I don't know if anything bad's gonna happen, maybe, but I'm sure he's gonna figure it out as he goes. And that's why I love that anime so much. Like, it's such a beautiful example of our day-to-day life. Tanjiro goes into all these confrontations and battles not knowing he's going to win. He has no fucking clue. He has no clue what abilities this demon has. He has no clue if he's gonna live. Nothing, but he still shows up. And I know it's just a TV show, but man, it really hits me in the feels, because at my life right now, that is very applicable. And I feel I need to watch that anime to really move me forwards with the demons in my life. So guys, that is it. I know this video is a bit more poetic, just like the good old ones. But the moral of the story here, guys, is what I'm beginning to learn is you have a lot more power than you believe. In fact, the only reason you're no longer getting this guidance, maybe from your family or your friends or whoever, right? It can be tangible people, it can be more of a spiritual thing for you, is because you don't need them. You're good. The teacher leaves. I'll finish it with this last quote. Another one of my favorites. They say when the student is ready, right, Tanjiro, when the student is ready, the teacher appears. All of you are going to find a mentor. Tanjiro finds a mentor. But when the student is really ready, the teacher disappears. And you're alone. And now you got to shine. And you can. And you will. So that is that, guys. I finished this video here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. I'll finish it here, guys, with the final plugs. If any of you would like to work with me on a personal level of anything of what we just talked about here, maybe crushing your hero's call to adventure, finding that mentor, or really just moving forwards in your fitness, business, mindset, and relationships, there is always one-on-one coaching. We still have spots open, guys. We have group coaching, which is the workshop, guys. We're running the one of July right now, but you can check the next one coming up of August. Spots are still open. And finally, guys, we have the brand new self-development course. In this course, guys, you're going to learn everything on fitness, nutrition, intermittent fasting, no fat, meditation, cold showers, increasing your masculinity, finding your passion, and turning it into a business, the entire deal. And because you guys are all subscribers, I've made a free half-an-hour version you can download free of charge. There's over 500 students in just the first few weeks, guys, of this free course. They all have loved it, several in the paid version, and if you do decide to get the full 3+ hour long course, much more in detail, you can use coupon code DEVELOPED to save you $10 at checkout. That is that, guys. You can support the channel, pick up Edge, you know the flex, and I will finish it there. Thank you, guys. Have an amazing day. Let's freaking crush it. Let's really see what we're capable of without these teachers, without the mentors, because it's only without them that you're actually able to see how much you've grown and learned. If we're continuously coddled, then we never really grow, ever. And I know this sounds very common sense, but when it hits you, it hits you. So let's fucking run it. And I'm excited, okay? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you. Till then, much love. Peace.